So today we are here with a different kind of question, and the question is, if a scientist or a person who always thinks with logic, more with reasons, okay, thinks with reasons and logic, a person who is more rational enters into debate with a person who is a spiritually awakened and an enlightened soul, then who will win the debate? And today I'm going to tell you all the answer along with the reasons why I'm saying so. But before we get into it, I want all of you to give it a thought. Who do you think will win the debate if a person who thinks more with the brain, with logics, with reasons, enters into a debate with a spiritual person, an enlightened soul, on, say, general topic? I mean to say, I would also like to mention this so that you can think better on a very topic about maybe living life, topic related to general well-being. What do you think? Who will win the debate? Let's find out together. But before that, I welcome all of you to your very own channel. You have the power, because you really do. Yes, you do. And I am APARAJITA, your host, your guide, your mentor, and your friend. And today we will together see who will win the debate. A logical person or a spiritually awakened and enlightened soul. Let's see together. Okay, so what did you think? Who would win? Now the answer that I'm about to give you will make many of you feel that kind of joy and happiness and say, yes, I knew it. Of course, who else? And many might get a bit disappointed. But stay with me to know the reasons, and then I will let you all to realize and decide why I'm saying so. So, if a logical person, a person who is more rational, thinks with the brain, and more logical, enters into a debate on general well-being, on life, with a spiritually awakened and enlightened soul, then the person with logic and the person who is more rational and more logical and who thinks using his brain, maybe the scientist or the journalist, whoever he is, will definitely win the debate. But why? Here are the reasons. Okay, but before I give you the reason, I would request you to keep in mind that these reasons are considering the visible, tangible outcome, okay? And it's all about perspective. So let's see, what are the reasons? Why will the rational and logical person win the debate? Reason number one. So reason number one is the purpose of the debate. For the logical person, the purpose of the debate is to win the competition and to prove his point. But for the enlightened person, enlightened soul, the purpose of the debate is not to win the debate or not to prove any point, because he feels that he is here for serving his soul purpose, his soul path, the job, the task given by God. And he wants to prove to God, whereas the logical person wants to prove to the world his point. So the logical person will fight, will argue to prove his point and to win the debate, with the mentality to win the debate. But the enlightened soul will speak, will argue with the cause or purpose to share his point of view and to share a message with the world. What do you think? Point number two. The logical person, since he is in the debate, to win the debate, and his point is to prove the other person wrong. So he won't really care much about what kind of message he is giving to the world and how the message will impact the thought and lifestyle of the people around across the world, because he is thinking about the momentary win and momentary success. Whereas the enlightened soul will always think about what message he is passing on to the world and how will it impact their lives. So, you know, the enlightened soul might refrain from saying things just for the sake of winning the debate. But the logical person won't have such filters, and because his point is to prove the other person wrong and win the debate, because it is very logical. I'm here to win a debate and it doesn't matter what I'm saying. I mean, how I am affecting the lives of several millions or more across the world, because I'm here to win a debate, and it is about my thoughts, my reasons, logics, and it doesn't matter how it affects the world, because I'm here to win this debate. I am in this moment to prove that what the other person is saying is wrong. But for the person who is an enlightened soul, it might be different. I'll give you an example to have. Suppose there is a discussion about children. Should children go to schools, regular schools, and study for competitive exams? Now, the logical person might say, yes, they should study for the competitive exam, because the world is progressing. There is a lot of, developments happening all across. There's a lot of development in technology, this and that, and for that, the children have to be prepared for the future, right? But for the enlightened person, it will be like children need to have a healthy mind, a healthy childhood, and live today to see a tomorrow, to see a future, and so that they have a better future, they have a better sense of judgment, there's a better sense of life, and they should live today, they should enjoy today, because nobody has seen tomorrow. So even if he wants to prove the logical person wrong and saying like he can bring about like a lot of mental health disorders happening, children, like, but he will not do that. He will not enter into that. I hope I could give you this is a very small example, but I hope I could give you a perspective. Point number three. The logical person will not be very kind towards his contender, who is the enlightened person, and he would not control his words or the sense or the feelings his words carry towards the enlightened person, because the enlightened person is only a contender and whom he has to defeat in the debate. So he would not be kind. His words may be harsh, rude, or come across as very sharp. Whereas the enlightened person will always be kind to the logical person, because his point of view is different. He, as a soul, as an enlightened soul, is ought to be kind. He will always treat the logical person as a friend or a child whom he is explaining and sharing his point of view with. So he cannot see him as a competitor or a contender. So the enlightened soul won't do anything or say anything to hurt the logical person, hurt his inner child or his feelings, but the logical person won't consider such things. Point number four. This one is a bit difficult, a different one, and I understand that it's really difficult to see the point of view of the enlightened soul until and unless you have had your own enlightenment, or you had your spiritual awakening, or at least you are connected to spiritualism in some sort. But this is a point wherein you need to really reflect on what I'm trying to say here. The logical person will treat the contender, that is the enlightened soul, with doubts, and he will treat because he doesn't believe in spiritualism. He believes only what he can see, like tangible things, and he is not a fan of course, spiritual beings, spiritual people, and their thoughts and all. So he will always treat the other person with doubts and with a lot of like an adult who is trying to prove his point with things that doesn't really make sense to him, because those are not logics, right? Whereas the enlightened being will always treat the logical person or any other person as a child whom he is trying to show the meaning of life, whom he is explaining. So even though he is throwing tantrums and saying things, he will ignore and he will be kind to the child, because for him the logical person is just a child who has stepped into this universe, and he has a lot to explore in the future, in several years to come, or even maybe lifetimes. So for him, it will be like treating a child with a lot of love, affection, understanding, empathy, sympathy, care, and forgiveness. Last but not the least, the fifth point. For the logical person, it is all about his logics, and because it is everything tangible that he sees and he feels, he can touch, and the brain can process. So he is not usually much open to the matters of feeling, the matters of heart or feeling or the soul, because for him brain is more important, and he doesn't much understand what is balance, and he is just there to prove his point, which according to him is already proven in his mind. But for the enlightened person, he is not there to prove anything. And as we started by saying this, not there to prove anything. He would refrain from trying to be harsh. And he is more there to share his message, because that is his karma. He believes in karma, and he is there to share his message, his experience, and what he understands of life with the world. And it really doesn't matter to him whether he wins or loses the debate, whereas the logical person is there to win, and he doesn't really care about his karma or like what his, because karma is not something logical, right? So he is there to prove his point, and for that he will go to any extent. Okay guys, so I hope I could give us perspective. Please remember that this is my opinion, my view, and it might or might not match with yours. And again, when I say a logical person, I am talking about a person who is really very hardcore logical. So not every logical person is really hardcore logical, not ready to listen to any other perspective, or matters of soul, doesn't believe in the creator of the universe. Not every logical person is like that. So when I'm giving this example, I'm trying to talk about people who are really logic oriented, like if there's a calculation which is this equal to that, and then it's true, otherwise rest all is false. Those who see in black and white. Whereas same goes for the enlightened being. When I talk about the enlightened soul, I am talking about a person who really had this spiritual awakening from within, not following just some group or reading some books and trying to process others' thoughts. So I am talking about people who are enlightened from within. They're enlightened because they receive and understand the laws of the universe, the vibrations and energies of the universe by themselves, and not by just following someone I hope my message made sense to you. So I would love to hear from you. What do you think? Please write in the comment and let me know. And if you have any other questions or any kind of topic you would love to hear or talk about, please write in the comment so that I can come back to you on that. Thank you so much for being here, and remember, the entire universe and everything lies within you, and everything you need is inside you because you have the power. And remember that you are really powerful, you have the power, and anything that you need lies right within you. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this space with me. I will see all of you very soon in another episode. Until then, take care and don't forget to live life, stay happy, healthy, think positive because you have the power. You really do have the power. Bye-bye. Love you all. Bye.